Lads, lassies, welcome back to the YouTube. I hope you're well, I hope you're healthy, and I hope that you're managing okay, having all that spare time at home. Today's podcast, or this video, is a podcast, and it's with my good friend Maxim van Helvoort from Holland. He sounds American because he's been spending a lot of time there over the years. He's one of the most kind of creative wakeboarders effectively, he's like a pro snowboarder and a pro wakeboarder, and he has been able to take the snowboarding experience to wakeboarding and kind of just put his own flair on things. So I hope you enjoyed the little podcast, and thank you so much for listening. Okay, I think we're rolling, Max. This is about take 1,000 of this. We don't know. Basically, Max has tried this for 2 days, and the internet has been letting us down. But we're now live. How are things, Max?
We're here. Things are really good, actually. I am in Orlando, Florida at the moment. I booked my flight, I booked it in January to go here. You know, I was like, oh, you know what? I'm going to be ahead of the season. I'm just going to start riding a bunch and then get content and stuff. And then all of a sudden, this shit broke out. And then I was like, I was still in Austria. So I moved to Austria, and then some of the resorts, the snowboard resorts, were closing down. So I was like, oh shit, all right, well, it doesn't really matter because I'm going to Orlando anyway, and I'll be fine. So I got here 2 days after I got here. They told me, hey, travel ban's up, you can't fly anymore, you can't book flights to America anymore or whatever, which is still some people have been able to get in, but yeah, I got pretty lucky because over here I'm staying with Mike Dowdy, and he has an insane backyard. We have a boat on the lake. So I've left the house 3 times for the grocery store in the past month, and that's about it. And to get gas. So
that's perfect.
Things are pretty good.
And was the plan to move, to come there, let's say, when did you come over? End of March, was it?
No, I got here March 5th or 6th.
Okay, and was the plan to stay then the whole way through summer?
No, I was just going to stay here until May 6th. Because then kind of stuff is opening back up in Europe, and it's warm, pretty warm again to ride. And then I figured to go back then, but now it's all right. I heard the first cable park that's close to my house is opening up on 29th of May.
No way, really?
Yeah. So I'm super stoked on that. If everything goes well, it's still speculations, but that's what they have on their website. And so now I'm probably going to extend my stay with a month almost. Because then it just lines up. I'm not able to ride cable here. And it sucks because I came all the way over here to see all my friends and stuff, but I haven't been able to see them. I saw them I ran over there yesterday, and we just had a front yard hangout. We were just sit apart and just talk a little bit, but I haven't really seen anyone, which kind of sucks. But, I'm able to do some stuff here, which I'm not in Europe. So
yeah, going back to your roots and riding some boat.
Yeah, it's been really, really fun. It's been really difficult. It's so exhausting. Have you not realized it? So when you go on a cable trip, for example, right? And because you've done a couple cable trips now, where you've been riding cable, and then you go back to boat, and you just do a 20-minute set or whatever, and you're like, holy shit, this is so exhausting. It's insane.
It's so tiring. Yeah, and particularly actually that lake, I don't know if this is a good thing or not, but it's reasonably, you're on Jessamine, aren't you?
Yeah.
So it's reasonably long. You can basically, you could do 15 tricks and then go into the smaller Bay Area. So you don't get that break on the turns, which I think sometimes can save you.
There's only 2 turns, really.
Yeah, it's so super tough. How have you enjoyed being back in the boat?
It's been really fun, but also pretty frustrating though, because I've been riding so much cable, and I have these tricks, and then I used to be able to do some tricks on a boat, super. For example, Crow 5. It was pretty consistent with Crow 5.
Yeah.
And now it's kind of annoying the hell out of me that Crow 5 is so difficult now. Yeah. But I'm getting the hang of it. Or Towback 5, which is so easy on the cable. I love that trick. It feels so fluent. And then I go on a boat, and I really wanted to do it, and I learned it the other day, but it's so much effort. It's so difficult. You have to time the transition. You have to pop off first. You can't pull off and take off. There's all this stuff, and it's frustrating because I know how to do these tricks, but I need to transfer it to the boat. So, but then what? I don't know. I rode a couple times where just messing around, don't really care, and then it's a lot of fun. loving it.
How often do you ride boat, like in a normal scenario? Because I have noticed, like over the last couple of years, at least once a year, some sort of Insta edit will drop, and you're still banging out nines and everything. Like,
Yeah. So like, I think in the past 3 years, or like last year, I probably had five, or like no, I did a little video project with Chris Rogers, so I rode boat a couple more times. But
yeah,
let's say like 10 to 15 times last year, including those boat sets, and that was just filming, so I couldn't really try anything. And then the year before that was like I think five, and the year before that five as well.
but you
So,
started on the boat, didn't you?
I started on
I was
boat.
gonna say,
So
because I
like,
remember back in the day,
yeah,
like when we were like 16, you were a boat rider.
yeah. So it's like all the boat stuff is still there, like that's where it started from. So I like that's still super, like, I don't know, it doesn't feel like it ever left. I just have to get back into it and ride it again. Like, for example, like I used to love doing tone nine, so that trick is like it doesn't really go anywhere. Just like I have to
Yeah,
ride again, and like I can do it again now. And chromo, for example, just feels like I never stopped doing these tricks. But then other tricks, like I don't know, tricks that I used to not do already that often. Like I used to not do peats that often. I just learned them before I kind of like started riding more cable.
yeah,
And now I tried a beat like a couple days ago or a week or so ago, and it was the weirdest feeling. Like I don't know, I just got stuck upside down. But then again, like it's still like I still rode boats so much, so I still know it. So like
yeah,
I've done it, like got smoked on it a couple times, and now I know what I'm doing. So now I can do a peat again. But it's just like I don't
yeah,
know. It's just like
absolutely.
a little bit more of a mind game.
Yeah,
How
no,
have you been?
it's good. Yeah, good. I mean,
It's because like that.
unfortunately, yeah, no, there's a tiny delay for anyone listening, so it can be hard sometimes to talk. But yeah, good. I mean, I don't have a boat in my backyard, or even a backyard for that matter. I have a small balcony,
Yeah.
but it's. I mean, honestly, it does suck, but at the end of the day, like I'm in such a better position than other people, and like in Ireland, like I don't think it's like Italy. Like we can still get out and about. We can do things. Like I mean, we can't go far. We can go like 2 kilometers, but luckily, like 1 kilometer away, I just discovered that there's like a little football pitch that's like been
Oh,
left alone at the
nice.
moment. So like today, we were
Yeah.
just playing some football, and like so I'm still getting exercise, but like it's just not riding. But we've got 3 more weeks on lockdown, and then I'm hoping they're talking about phasing it out over ages. So people between the ages of 16 and 35 will be allowed like do normal stuff. And if that happens, then hopefully
Okay.
I'll be able to go. Maybe the cable will open up and I can go ride. I don't know. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. That would be cool. Cause like, I mean, right now, so how many more weeks you have? You have 3 more weeks,
Three
and
more
then
on
they're
the
trying to
5th of
fade it out.
May.
So like in Austria right now, they are fading it out. I think they just started. What day is today? The 14th. Oh,
15th, I
today.
think.
So
14th.
it's the 14th. So from today on, I think in Austria, they are starting to open up small stores again because they closed like everything, like
Yeah.
except for grocery stores and stuff. But like
Same.
small businesses are opening up again today, and then stores like what do you call it? Like a Home Depot. What kind of store is
Yeah.
that? Like
Yeah. Like yeah. Like oh, what would you call it? Like DIY stores or something like that.
yeah, exactly. Where you can just buy wood and stuff. Like
Yeah.
those are opening up again today, and then by the end of this month, what was it again? They are opening up like bigger stores or whatever, and then by the end of May, they are opening up restaurants and stuff. So then basically everything should be back up running except for festivals. Like they don't want to still
Yeah.
don't want to do festivals. But that's like a pretty like that's a pretty good but like thing to have. Like, that's not that far away. That's a month and a
No.
half before they want to be back on track.
Yeah,
So
hopefully that works, or hopefully we're the same. I mean, I mean, the thing is, it's gonna have to happen. Like the sooner we do the whole lockdown thing, the sooner it's free. And as we're coming into summer, I'd rather like lose April and maybe a bit of May, and then get the rest
yeah,
of summer than the whole summer be like nah or whatever. So we'll
yeah,
see. But
exactly.
who knows? Travel though could be the only thing that might be slow for a while. Who knows though?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Travel will definitely be slow for a while.
yeah, we'll see. But how's things with Chris Rogers and all that? Like, obviously, if people haven't seen it, there's the most insane edit that came out last September. Should I say?
Yeah, it came out in September. Yeah, it's good, man. We had it was a crazy year last year. I had two really big projects that I was working on. One was Standing Sideways with Chris, and then the other one was Unlocking the Netherlands with a couple of
Yes.
my friends and Red Bull. And so those two major projects. And then actually when we filmed when me and Chris filmed our project, we filmed a lot of behind the scenes stuff as well, because we wanted to like so there's a behind the scenes like documentary or behind the scenes video, I don't know how you
Sick.
like, coming out, that he's still working on right now, because we want to drop it in the right time, and we don't think it's the right time right now, and it's not done yet. But anyway, like, we were filming all of it, but we already knew before going in there, every project that you do has a lot of stuff that happens, like a lot of good things, a lot of bad things, and just like all the frustration. And people see this video that we worked on, and they just see like, oh, that was like really cool. I hope they're gonna think that, at least, like, oh, that was really cool, but they
Yeah.
don't see all the stuff that went into it. Like, just so I actually had a pretty solid injury that happened during filming it, where we had to postpone a trip where we were supposed to go from Italy basically right away to the Philippines to film everything back to back, like the snowboarding and the wakeboarding part. But I got injured on my last day of snowboarding, so we had to cancel our flights, like cancel everything. I had to get surgery, do rehab, and then I had O'Brien photo shoot. I think it was 5 weeks after surgery, and they say 7 to 8 weeks, and then you should be able, like, then everything should be normal
Okay,
again.
yeah. Phew.
But I didn't have that time, so it was just like, all right, well, I got 5 weeks, and that's what I'm dealing with. And then I had the O'Brien shoot. Everything went well, luckily. Like, nothing was like, I couldn't. I mean, it was still a little weird to ride, but it was fine. And then right after the O'Brien shoot, I think a day after that, I left to the Philippines to film the rest. So like, there's a lot of stuff that can happen, and I'm excited to show everyone, like, or the
Yeah,
people
I'd
that
love
are,
to see that.
show what went into it, and the bad weather, and like all the stuff that goes against it, I
Yeah,
guess.
because we tend to like just watch it, like it came out, I watched it on my TV, watched it a couple of times,
Yeah,
and then that's it. And you don't think about all the, like, well,
all the
maybe
stuff
a
that
little
goes
bit, but
into it.
yeah, exactly. Love to see that.
Yeah, exactly. I think people like that make a lot, or make edits themselves, and like put all the effort in. They understand, like, holy shit, like, like these transitions, like they had to get exactly this shot and exactly this shot to link it up in this certain way. So like, you do this trick 500 times because like maybe I get it 10 times, and he misses it, like,
The angle's not
uh
identical because
yeah,
it's,
and he
for
misses it.
people who
Yeah,
haven't
yeah,
seen
yeah,
it, I need to nearly describe, or maybe
yeah.
you should describe it better, but effectively you merged snowboarding and wakeboarding and showed kind of the similarities to them.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So like, there are a couple transitions in there where the tricks are exactly the same, and we try and show that in the transition. So like, for example, there was a flip where it was a POV flip, and in the middle of that flip, the camera changes to where now I'm on a wakeboard, and then it lands on a wakeboard. And like, those tricks, you have to have like the same type of sun, like the same angle, and that was with POV. But you have to do it with a lot of different things, like just filming. You have to have exactly the same angle, exactly the same, like, or almost the same sunlight. You have, everything has to line
Yeah.
up so perfectly. So it's so difficult. Like, for a lot of difficulty was for Chris, but also like a lot of difficulty for me, just to have everything line up at that moment, because we had kind of like a huge list of like, all right, these are the tricks I'm gonna do on my wakeboard, these are the tricks I'm gonna do on my snowboard. These are probably like good to do because we can transition it here, here, and here. And obviously it changes a little bit while you're filming, but yeah, it was a lot of work, but that's what I want to show in this
Yeah.
behind the scenes thing.
How long do you think the behind the scenes thing will be? Like, how long length, like?
I think when we were talking about it, you said, I think it's like 20 minutes, like 25
Yeah.
minutes. Yeah, it's gonna be like, actually, like, it's a little bit
In
of a sit
depth,
down.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, a little bit more in depth, because it was. I mean, in the end, it was like what was it? 3 week or 4 week thing what we did, because we had this trip to the Philippines, we had a trip to Italy for snowboarding, and in Italy we did a couple trips within, like we went to a couple different places, and then also we went to Turks and Caicos to film some boat riding there, because we wanted to get the nice blue water, and GoPro was sending Chris and me there. So I mean, we took that advantage and used
Yeah.
that riding for our video. So yeah, it was a lot of different trips. So I think it's gonna be like around 20 minutes, but I don't know. I have to talk to him again.
Okay, sick. And how's the whole like snowboarding and wakeboarding combination? Obviously, like you're at an extremely high level in both. And is it hard to like? Okay,
I don't know,
which one's
extremely high
easier?
level, but
No, I mean, yeah,
uh,
you are. But
I
like,
think,
which one do you think's easier? Like, or which is like? I'm guessing
uh,
wakeboarding is probably more forgiving on the body.
no, snowboarding way
Really?
more forgiving on the body because you have the
Really?
landing, like landings is like
Yeah,
yeah,
but it's solid.
yeah. No, it's a lot better on my knees and my back. My
Really?
back is like yeah. The first time I came back snowboarding and I was hitting kickers at OW, I was like, whoa, my god, this
Wow.
gets sore. But I mean now it was one day and then it's like feels normal again. But what was the question? If which one I like more or which
No,
one
no, not
I
which one you like, because I feel like that just throws you under the bus. And I can only imagine it's like the question that I get, which is which do you prefer, boat or cable? And I get something completely different from both. So I'm
yeah
guessing it's
it's
incomparable, but
well actually I think I used to always say that I liked snowboarding more, but I now was snowboarding quite a bit and I started missing wakeboarding so much. I was like I need to wakeboard. Like I love snowboarding, but I need to wakeboard. I just think the difference is between snowboarding and wakeboarding for me. Snowboarding or wakeboarding in the end is my job. So sometimes I have to do stuff for it that I don't want to do as much. Um, but I do it. I still do it because I love wakeboarding. And
yeah,
where snowboarding, I don't have any obligations. Like I don't have to wakeboard. I don't have to perform. I don't have to do anything. So it's like a little more of a relaxed mindset.
yeah,
But I actually think I like wakeboarding more now. I
really.
don't.
I'm sure it
Yeah.
pops back and forth.
Yeah, it does pop back and forth. Like you're middle season wakeboarding a bunch, and you're like, oh, you know what? It would be sick to go snowboarding now. Or when you're snowboarding all the time, it's like, oh, it would be sick to have some sun and go wakeboard right now with friends. But yeah, I
And
don't know. It's
yeah,
it's it's a difficult one.
how did you get to such a good level in both as well? Because for me, like I actually never went when I was way younger. I went like skiing and snowboarding with my family until about the age of like 12, I'm going to say, and then
Yeah,
after that, because of wakeboarding, basically any trip I ever went on between the age of 12 and probably 25, or yeah, well, that's like now. I don't think I ever would have gone away from. Do you know what I mean? Like I needed any winter holiday, I needed to be
yeah, yeah,
wakeboarding,
yeah.
so I would go to like South Africa or to Florida or to Australia or something instead of, you know what I mean? Like, how did you do
Yeah,
both?
okay, so like I started wakeboarding when I was 15, almost 16, like mid 15s, I think. So I started a little late already, but I started snow skiing when I was 2 years old. And then my brother wanted to go snowboard when I was 11 or something. And what my brother wanted to do, that was cool. So I wanted to do that too. So I started snowboarding then. And then when wakeboarding came, like we still went on winter holidays, like with my parents and my brother because they loved skiing and snowboarding as well. Where actually we all transitioned to snowboarding, so we like they all wanted to snowboard as well. So obviously, I still love snowboarding. Went on winter trips with them, and then when I was 17, I was in a school where we did like an internship where we just had to work as a ski and snowboard instructor.
Yeah,
It was just like a little job, but I did that, and from that money I was able to like pay for my trips to America. So and that was from 17 to 20 years old. I was doing that like every season for 3 months of the year, 3.5 months, just working as a ski or snowboard instructor, so I could go wakeboard in the summer. But because I was like in the winter there for 3.5 months, I was obviously any day at a time, day off. I just kept riding, and I wanted to make the most of it because I was working so much. And then I think yeah, when I was 20, because I was working so much, I wanted to push myself on the days that I had off, and I was actually allowed to ride. So I did a triple flip then on a snowboard,
I remember
and
that.
yeah, so like I did that one then, and then I got called up by by the Dutch national team, and they talked to me, and I was like, all right, like maybe I can do something with snowboarding. So the year after that, I went to kind of like went for a snowboarding pursuit and a wakeboarding pursuit, or I pursued both. And then I got injured on snowboarding, and I was 21 at the time, and I got injured in snowboarding. So that was like, all right, my season's done. But like it went really well. So next season, I halfly tried it again, and I think I didn't really get hurt, but I hurt myself again. And I was like, you know what, like if I'm gonna have this focus, I don't have any really sponsors in snowboarding. I don't really have like any connections in snowboarding, and I did have that in wakeboarding. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna stick with wakeboarding, but I'm still gonna snowboard in the winter.
Yeah.
To, you know, I think that's important actually. Like for me, I don't know how it is with you or with other people, but for me, when I'm wakeboarding this much, and I think that's also like because I ride cable, I can ride like cable. You can ride it all day, and
All
it
day,
doesn't
yeah.
really cost anything extra. It's like just you ride all day, so you're riding so much all year around, and then by the time winter's coming, I'm like, get me off this wakeboard. I just need a
Yeah.
break. Like you're riding basically
It's
every
so
single day
healthy.
to have a break. I think so too. Like you need that, not just like physical, but you need a mental break as well from the sport, because like every day all it is just wakeboarding, and your body too. Like your body is just
Yeah.
hurting. So you need a break in general, just like not doing a sport for a little bit. But then like I need a break from wakeboarding, and I love snowboarding, so I think that's a pretty good break for me because I'm still on a board. I'm still like doing a similar thing, but it's a
But it's
different.
not, yeah. It's true. Even it's one of the things actually, I always kind of, as much as it's a blessing, it's also kind of whatever the opposite of a blessing is, the Southern Hemisphere people. Because like even talking to Harley, I had him on the podcast a few episodes ago, and
Yeah,
he was saying when his injury came, like it was kind of a good thing because he had never ever like ever in his whole life taken a break because he'd never been
yeah,
injured really. So like the longest time you might have had off a board was like 2 weeks. And
yeah.
all of a
That's
sudden
insane.
then like he's like it was like kind like obviously not a good thing, but like he saw the kind of positive to it as such. And I completely agree. And I
Yeah,
never took a break like for probably 10 years. Like I used to ride in the winter like every single weekend in Ireland. But
wow.
then like
In the winter
now,
in Ireland.
yeah, I did it all the whole my whole life. Never ever missed a weekend, I'd say, from the age of about that like 12 or 13 I took it serious all the way through until I moved to America when I was 19 or 20. Never took a break. And then since then now I usually take like this has been the longest break kind of by accident obviously now because I
Yeah,
was supposed to be like
but that's a
I've
different break. Yeah,
yeah exactly yeah.
yeah,
But at this stage I'm kind of fed up of being on the break but I mean that's
yeah.
what can you do.
But
But
I know
yeah
what you mean though. Like
it's healthy.
you do need it. Yeah, it is healthy. I
Yeah
just yeah, the injury side of things is I've had my fair share of injuries.
you have
I'm
yeah.
I don't really want an injury break anymore. I want a break when I take a break and not when when my body tells me you need a break.
Yeah, exactly.
But
How's Daddy doing there? Because I know he's
he's
on
doing really good.
recovering.
He got off the crutches. What is it now? Like 2 or 3 weeks ago. And I mean, he had a pretty big surgery. Like he had a pretty big injury, and now he's off the crutches, and you barely even notice that he did anything. I mean, he's not running or anything, but in a daily life, like with what we're doing, you don't notice it at all. Like
Yeah,
zero. So
he's
it's
a
really cool.
he's a beast. Like his mentality, I'm sure, with the
It
recovery is ridiculous.
he's a beast himself, but he's a mental beast as well. Like if he puts his mind to something, like what he's gonna do that, and like he's gonna dedicate everything he can to make that happen, which I respect a lot. Like
Yeah,
it's a lot of dedication. So no, he does good, and I think it's really cool. Like we have 6 roommates, or like in total six, or yeah, it's
wow.
pretty solid squad. One girl, she's still she has to help out somewhere now, so she's not always here. But yeah, we got a pretty solid squad, and we do almost every day. We do dock workouts with the whole crew. Just go to the dock because it's nice, like on the water, like wind blows a little bit, and then we work out there. And he's there every day doing his leg workouts, getting his legs strong. So
Yeah, so he'll be back
it's fun.
soon.
It's actually, yeah, it's fun workouts with the squad.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people like over in the States now, and it seems like everyone's still riding, which is kind of the dream, isn't it?
Hmm. It really is. It really is like a little bit. I feel like it looks kind of messed up that we're still riding, but we're not coming in any like interactions with anyone else that is not in our house. It's just like we're lucky enough to have these boats in the backyard. So
Yeah.
like
No,
that
it's
we're
fair
able to
enough.
use it.
Exactly. The first time I saw it, I was like, what? But then, like, when you do think about it, like, you're
Yeah.
not coming in touch with anyone. Yeah.
No, but
Um,
it's like, for example, this morning I saw my old household, like Luca, Ty, Daniel, like the boys that I used to live with, and Mitch and stuff. Like, I saw them all like drive by in the boat, and I was like,
yeah.
it would be fun to take a set with the boys again, but you can't. So you see, like, so on this lake, Corey Tunison lives on this lake as well, and the my old household lives here too. So you see all the guys all the time, like riding, and everyone's kind of been staying quarantined. But I mean, you also go to the grocery store all the time, also go to the gas station all the time. So we like kind of still stay away from everyone. And Corey texted me like, "Yo, bro, you ready to hang out? Like, you ready to jump on the boat with us?" Uh, I don't know. Like, I would,
You
but
feel
I
so
also don't.
guilty.
I do. Like, that's the thing. I feel guilty to the rest of the people in my household as well. It's like
Yeah.
they're not doing it and I am doing it. Like, that's not like I don't know.
Yeah.
So it's hard not seeing other people, but yeah, it is what it is now, and I think I'm pretty blessed to be here right now and blessed to still ride. And other good thing is, so over here in America, we got O'Brien's headquarters or distribution center is in Texas, and I did not have a boat board. I only had a cable board, but I had to start riding boat because their distribution center is in Texas. They're one of the only brands that's still able to ship boards.
Everything out. Yeah. No way.
Yeah, because Texas is not closed down yet. So like I asked them for a board, and they were like, "You are actually very lucky because, like, yeah, we can still send out boards. So
So good. Yes.
if anyone wants to order O'Brien
Yeah.
boards, you can.
We can still deliver in America in the
Yeah,
top, however, 40
still
states or whatever
sending.
it is. Yeah. Unreal. And
Yeah,
that's okay. And
yeah.
what are you
So
riding on the boat then?
I ride the Valhalla. I got
Oh, yeah.
the Shota Valhalla.
She's a beast, the Valhalla, isn't it?
I told. Sorry, Dave. I just told them to send me any Valhalla.
No, no,
Yeah, I
it's
love the
okay.
Valhalla. I just told them to send me any. No, I just told them to send me any because I just needed a boat board
Yeah.
and I didn't know what the availabilities were, so they sent me. But I used to ride the Contra. Have you ever rode the Contra when it was still
Yeah,
on the line?
not a whole lot, but I've done a couple sets on it.
Yeah, I used to ride that, and then it got taken out the line, and then I started riding a Valhalla, and it's just like it's so playful, and
It's I
it's so much pop too. And I don't know, I love it. It's
Yeah, I
really
just
really
think
good board.
I find it extremely predictable. Like there's
Yes.
no, you're not going to be like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's just like it is what it says in the tin, and there's no complications to it. And I'm sure there is boards that maybe have like a marginal amount of extra pop or something, but like
Yeah.
all in all, for me, you just can't beat that.
Yeah, it was funny because like in the beginning when I didn't have my boat board yet, like the Valhalla, I wrote my board like the fix
Yeah, the fix.
on the
Yeah,
boat, and I just was like, all right, I wrote it on the board on the boat before, and it was really fun. So I wrote it and I did a fun set. Like it's really fun to your tail flexes a little bit, so when you
how does
drop out of a tree,
the way
huh?
the middle kind of goes up a little bit? How does that
Yeah.
work on the boat? Like, what's it feel like?
Um, I didn't really notice that too much on the boat, to be honest.
Yeah,
I noticed on cable that obviously you have a little bit of a lock,
yeah. On
or
the
you have
pipes, it's unreal. Yeah,
lock, yeah. But it also you talked about that in one of the videos as well that it has like a little bit more of an impact, which is like true. Like it kind of uses is a suction
yeah.
almost, but like I don't really mind that. I rather have like the
The
system
lock
that
and the
locks on
rails.
real. But I didn't notice it too much on the boat. The only thing is like I noticed I was, for example, I was doing just like 360s and stuff and like just doing some simple inverts, and I loved it like when you have your tail hit the wake first and just like felt so like
Yeah,
smooth and everything felt soft. But then I was like, all right, now I want to try and do some of my harder tricks. and that's very inconsistent with a Flexiboard. So like you don't get pop, or like I don't know, your release is different because you don't have like the fins on, like the amount of fins on there and the amount of grip. So I was like, man, what is like, how can I not do this trick right now? And then I went to the Valhalla like proper boat board, and I was like, all right, yeah, this is like, there we go. Like it makes it a lot easier.
No, it
It's
does.
really
It just,
ride a cable board, but I mean, if you want to ride boat and you want to do it properly, then
That's the thing, because people always ask, like, oh, like, what should I do or whatever. And, like, obviously, if you have unlimited money, then buy a cable board and a boat board. But if not, you can, I think, to be honest, if you're riding 50-50, I'd go cable board and then use it on the boat rather than the other way around. Because on the cable, like, a boat board is not that enjoyable on the cable, whereas you can still have a fun set on a cable board on the boat.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I think as well. And, like, that's why I also had in my board, I had fin holes put in it, because I did it for that reason, that maybe some people don't want to buy, like, or they cannot afford two boards, or don't want to buy two boards, or for whatever reason it is. And now it's like, if they have this board, it might not be the highest performing board on the boat, but it's still really fun to ride, and you don't have to spend another this $100, you know? Like,
depending on where they are. Yeah, exactly. That's mad. What about the triple flip? Are we going to see the return of this soon, or have you done it?
No, I have not done it. I wish I could tell you I have.
So close.
But yeah, so I was really, really close on that one, and hurt my knee on it, so I had to stop. I couldn't really walk, so I had to stop. But obviously, that trick has been in my head for probably 5 years, and I finally like was able to get it out of my head and like just like switch off my brain and just do it. But then this year I was like, you know what? I'm ready. Like my knees are feeling really, really strong, which is always like something I have to look at. Because obviously, like also you're going pretty big on like a triple flip on a regular kicker. Like your legs need to be strong. So I was like, my legs are feeling it. I'm feeling it. Like I think this is it. Like this is the year. So I plan on going there this trip when like in these 2 months, going up north. It's called Shark Wake Park.
Yeah.
And they have like their cable's really high.
Remember you said the tension's really good.
Yeah, the tension's really good. The position of their kicker, it's a unit XL, so it's like an XL kicker. It's a big kicker, but it's a regular kicker that's at more cable parks. And then, but the position of it is really good. So I was like, I'm going up there, and not in the beginning, but like halfway through my stay. And then I'm just gonna, if I'm feeling it, I'm just gonna do it. And I think I got it this time. Like I know what to expect. I know what to do. I have 2 knee braces. My knees are strong. Like nothing happening anymore. So this happened. So now I kind of hope everything's gonna go back to normal by the end of the season, because then I want to go up north again before it gets, or like maybe fly back to America and go up north again before it gets colder there, because I don't want to do it in the cold. But if it doesn't allow me, then I just have to wait until next year. But it's gonna happen.
Yeah, and obviously, like nothing to take away from Cody Hess doing it, but like his kicker is like specifically built more or less, and it's way like I would have thought, like after being through the beating of learning double flips, like I can't even begin to imagine trying a triple. Like I did, to be honest, for me, like I'll openly say I will never do one ever. Like, you know what I mean? I'm willing to accept that. But like when you're kind of crash reel of you trying them, particularly that one that you basically landed, that kind of made it seem possible, which is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, and that happened, like that crash was like exactly the same 2 times in a row, and then the 3rd time I hurt my knee. So it was like I knew it was possible. I still know it's possible. I might have to like, I don't know, edge. I don't think I need to edge any harder. I just need to.
Sometimes it can be like, I find with something when you're learning, like you can be so close, but because you're not as familiar with the trick, you haven't done it, you just fall.
You're not ready for the landing.
Exactly. If you'd done 100 of those, you probably would have landed a few of them.
Yeah, exactly. Well, but coming back to what you said about Cody, I think there's a lot of people that say like, oh, like he did it off a bigger kicker or whatever. Some people say it doesn't count, but I think that's it does definitely count in 100%. My opinion. 100%, because like I mean, it's the same as wakeboarding. Like wakes are getting bigger. Like you could say, oh no,
Yeah.
you need to do everything off a small unit kicker or like a
Yeah.
medium, but like no, those kickers are built bigger. And if I had to do a triple flip off of that rampy build, I would just say no. Like I don't think I
The
would feel
landings.
comfortable doing it off of that and the landing. So like I think it's just whatever you choose yourself. So I choose the unit kicker, that like the XL kicker or whatever. Plugging unit a lot. You can catch it, or you don't.
Okay.
Whatever. That doesn't matter. The XL kicker, because I feel really, really comfortable with it. They have it at OW. Like I ride there all the time.
But it's just
I
in
feel
so many cables.
it is. Yeah, it is at so many cables. Well, the XL is not at that many cables, but like they have it at quite a few cables, and it feels just so comfortable on it. And I feel like I've seen videos of where I do double flip and I drop out, so I feel like I'm able to do it. And then when I did the triple, or like almost did it, I saw I had the time, and like I know I can do it. So why would I change to a different kicker that I would feel less comfortable on? You know that like
Yeah.
this XL kicker I've hit, I don't know, 2,000 times, like 3,000 times, who knows, maybe 5,000 times. I really don't know. I love hitting kickers, so I hit this
Yeah.
kicker all the time, every day. So I feel so comfortable on it, and I have enough time. So why change it? You know. And he changed the kicker, so I don't think that matters to the trick. Like it just
Yeah.
matters what he wanted to do or what he felt comfortable with. So
Yeah.
but yeah,
And what about on a
big
step up?
props to
Because
him.
yeah, of course, yeah. But on the step up, like for me anyway, step ups are so much easier for two reasons. One, I've only really done it properly. I've done it twice. I did it at Munich Mash one year, and then I did another one
The
in
one you
Spot
just
On.
posted. Yeah.
Yeah, the one, yeah, Spot On. But that kicker, I mean, the kicker was quite steep. It's not massive, but it's got a nice transition. But like that was I mean, I know it's not pretty. Like I'm not going to deny it, but like it was so easy. Like it was just a
Yeah.
1,000 times easier, and the landings are so soft. Would it? I think JB tried it.
Yeah, he did try it off a step up. Well, the reason is because I never really hit a step up kicker. There's not really that many, so I have no idea how it feels. I have no idea if it would be easier, if it would be
so much easier.
harder.
You need to go Spot On in the UK because the Munich Mash one wasn't great. Like I don't know, but that kicker,
The Munich Mash one was
not the mega ramp.
Was like a huge.
No. They just did like the last 2 years. It's just had like, I think it's not even an XL. It might just be a large unit kicker. I'm not even sure. I actually don't know.
No, I think it's bigger. I think it's bigger than an XL, but it's a different transition, so it's not as steep.
Yeah. So, but it was good. Like I think I did one on that after a few tries.
Yeah, I saw that one too. Yeah.
But the one in Spot On, it just flips you. Yeah, it just flings you. But you kind of almost get that transition that, let's say, Cody was getting, but you don't have that heavy landing because you're going uphill. The landings are so soft, Max. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, maybe I need to try that. Maybe I need to bless my knees for a little bit and try that.
Yeah, exactly. Could be weird. Yeah, who knows? That's what I would. I wouldn't try one, but if I was, that's where I did it. But yeah, that's mad.
Maybe Spot On when that opens up again. Maybe we should just head.
The only thing is, it's probably colder, but yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. Forgot about that part.
Yeah.
How is it now with Brexit? Like, what's I still like? Does anyone know what's really going on?
I feel like this whole thing has just like kind of completely sidetracked from Brexit. But basically, right now, to the best of my knowledge, obviously I'm no politician and I'm not very good at this stuff, but right now, nothing major has happened that I can see anyway. In a way that it hasn't impacted my life yet. See, it's going to be hard to see because originally what happened with it was, for us, it was good and bad. So like in the bad way, I think it's something like 40-something%, or maybe it's more, of our exports, like everything, like dairy, meat, goes to the UK. So that was going to kind of mess up the agricultural industry. But then on the flip side, for example, I think Bank of America moved like 2,000 jobs from London to Dublin. So like they're moving. So we're getting like, let's say like kind of multinational companies, more of them are coming here because we're now
I heard that actually,
English speaking first language country in the EU.
Yeah.
So
I
heard
heard about all the banks. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's good. But then obviously there's it's like a double-edged sword. Yeah.
Do you need ESTA to go, or like a visa, or what, like is a visa now to go to England?
No, not
Would you
right
need
now.
that?
You can just drive. That
You can
was
still
like
go.
the biggest thing that held it up was like whether they do like a hard border or a soft border, because do you
Yeah,
remember when you came to Ireland to visit me and we're like we were at my parents' house there? That's on the
yeah,
border, so they're like they can get to Northern Ireland in like 15 minutes.
yeah,
So they were wondering, like, that was kind of the big debate of, do we make it so that you have to go through customs, show your passport, or do you just leave it as
yeah.
is and you can drive through? And I think they decided in the end that you could drive through. I could be corrected on this. Once I start talking about politics, definitely don't quote me. But yeah, but I with that type of stuff. But so far, it's not too bad. But again, it kind of all just passed right before this happened.
Yeah.
And then there's also been some pretty big stuff going on within the Irish kind of like government as well. There's been big changes there. There's again, same thing. We just had like a new election, and then right after that, they were sorting that out. This happened, so everything's kind of
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, this
yeah,
kind of messes everything up in the world.
yeah, exactly. And
But
so yeah, we'll see what happens, but yeah, it's interesting for sure. We'll see what
what
happens, but
what are your plans for the rest of the year? Like, if you, I mean, I know you can't really plan anything out right now because you have to live it
yeah.
day by day. But still, like, if you would have to say, like, all right, this is kind of what I want to do this year.
Yeah, the main things. I was supposed to go to Florida today. I was supposed to be on a
Oh,
flight to
nice!
Florida right
Can't
now
wait to see
on
you.
the
Let's go.
14th. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I cancelled that though, unfortunately. So I was supposed to go there for just over 2 weeks, and then it kind of starts because everywhere it opens in April in Ireland.
Yeah,
So then, but yeah, so right now, no plans. I'd like to come out to the States whenever this, because I have to do some stuff. I want to do some O'Brien shoots and a few other things with Roswell over there. Then I'm supposed to go to a Centurion shoot in May, which hasn't officially been cancelled, but I'm guessing it might not go ahead. So there's a few stuff that I would like to go to the States for. Don't know. And then the plans kind of just to it all happened so fast because we still, before this, there was still no dates announced for any events in Europe.
yeah.
Everything happens quite last minute. I was going to go then to Australia and like maybe, I'm going back to the States then. Normally I go every September as well. So I don't know if that was going
Yeah,
to happen or
September
not. That was in the air as well. And then I'm definitely going back now in October though. Like I've like booked it basically to go in
to
October
Orlando.
to Orlando for like 2 weeks. Yeah.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
then I'll probably go to Australia then in November because I have to go for a cliff diving event, which is only 3 days. So I might as
Oh,
well
that's cool though.
stay in
Yeah.
Australia for a while.
If you're doing the whole flight, then you may as well stay for a bit
Exactly.
longer.
Again, that's in the air now. So like it was all set
Yeah,
to go, but the first cliff diving event was supposed to happen in a few weeks and it's not happening. So
yeah, yeah. It's like
we'll see.
I kind of had planned because like the past couple of years I've done a little bit more video projects and stuff and more filming. And this year I kind of planned on doing a little bit more contest. I felt like I was ready for some contest again and I was excited for it. But now
Yeah.
like first contest was canceled, second contest got canceled, third contest got I think
Put
it's
up in the
moved.
air.
Yeah, put up in, yeah, exactly. And like all of them are not really like set in stone anymore. So it's like I don't know, it's just like where are we going from here? But now I kind of just go with the flow. So if there's a contest that I want to do and that is going to happen, I'm going to obviously end up doing it. But I kind of have as planned now, as soon as cable parks open up, I want to meet up with a small group of friends that hopefully doesn't have corona. And then and then I think I just want to do a little film trip with them. So like go to
Yeah.
the cable parks that are open and try to like show that you can still have fun and be safe at the same time. This is a
Yeah,
thing.
that's because I mean honestly we're gonna gonna have to try and push the sport. Like I mean it seems kind of good. The only positive thing I would say from this is it appears like what I heard you were on that call the other day and they were saying that like sales for like boats and stuff in Orlando has been
Oh,
like really high and so that's
it's
good. But
insane.
I do think globally like a lot of like in Europe it's taking a big hit. So like
It's
we need
hit
to
a real big
try
hit.
and push. And so that's honestly the main plan is probably just make a load of tutorials here in Ireland at the cables when they're open, just make YouTube videos and just try and encourage people to get out, like you said, in like a safe way and ride and
Yeah.
try and just like
Because I
give it
think
the
it
push
should
it
like you
needs.
should be able to go out there when they open up all the cable parks. Like, yeah, just be safe. Like, still wash your hands and stuff, and still like be
Yeah.
careful of where you're going. And and who you're hanging out with, but like it shouldn't change to that much to the point where you wouldn't be able to do any of that anymore. So yeah, I think that would be a fun thing to do. Just like go to cable parks, interact with people, you know, like
Yeah.
see people, ride with them a little bit, but still like be safe and be cautious about it. And then I
Yeah.
think we should still be able to get somewhat of a year out of this.
I
Somewhat
know
of
that's
a
the thing. Like, it's weird because I hear people on one side, like people around here in Europe, anywhere in Ireland for sure, are like so excited to get back out and do stuff. And whether
yeah,
that's everything from like go like we're Irish, so like loads of people want to go to the pub, but loads of people want to play football, loads of people want to go wakeboarding, skate parks like are closed. Like people want to do that and they're itching to go. So when it opens back up, I think on one side people are going to run towards it, but on the other side, I think there's going to be huge change in general. Like around the world after this. Like there's gonna be big changes, and so people
they're
might be
gonna.
slower to go to public places, and who knows.
Yeah, I really wonder how it's gonna be. I also actually talked about this with my roommates the other day. We wonder how it's gonna be with like gyms and stuff, because you know, like now a lot of people that like maybe used to go to the gym, they can right now. They start doing workouts at home, and they're like, hey, I can do all these workouts at home as well. May as well just keep doing it at my home and cancel my
Save
gym
the money,
membership.
yeah.
Yeah,
And the
and save.
gyms are dirty. Like that's gyms are like I know they clean them, but they're dirty. Like
Yeah,
a lot of
exactly. So
sweat, a
like,
lot of fluids.
yeah, exactly. So like when and this all is over and they start or over, you know, in the sense of like the gyms start opening up again, how many people actually want to go back to the gym? Like how
I
many people?
I think
So
you're
I think
right.
that's like something that's going to affect it really big. I myself would love to go back to the gym. Like I love working out at home. It's not
Yeah,
bad at all. Like I like it because I'm doing totally different workouts, but I like the gym. I
you
need
miss
my,
the gym. Yeah,
yeah,
but you
I
can do.
actually enjoy the gym.
Really,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't enjoy the gym at all. I'm doing a bit at the. I have like a rowing machine, and then I have literally just like a bench bar with some weights, and you can basically do like, cause I can use it for squats, I can use it for like anything.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I prefer to. I don't really like doing. I prefer doing sports than gym. So I only go to the
Yeah,
gym if I'm
exactly.
injured. But one thing I got so into just before this was like, I don't think it's not called Bikram yoga, but like that hot room yoga. I was
Oh,
going like,
yeah, I know what you mean.
yeah,
I
I
haven't done
love
the
that.
hot room yoga yet, but I've done regular
Oh,
yoga.
regular yoga's like it's fine. I'm not into the spiritual stuff, whatever, at all. Like the lady I do it with, I'd go to this place just near my house, and she's almost like she's real. Like it's not like feel the air. It's just like, all right, this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing, and it's like 35 degrees. She's pumping with sweat. It's like really intense, and I really like it because obviously it's just
Nice.
a lot of flexibility. Yeah,
Solid workout.
yeah. So you wouldn't want
Yeah,
to
because
go to the
like
gym on the
in the
same day.
in the beginning, I just like always expected yoga to be relaxing. Like whatever yoga you do, it's gonna be relaxing. And then I did yoga, and I was like, this is not relaxing at
No,
all. I'm sore as hell. Like this is a workout and a half.
yeah,
Um,
it's super
so
tough.
yeah, it definitely is a workout. But no, I haven't been doing much yoga here, but there's this YouTube channel I follow. It's called Thanex, and he has a lot of body weight workouts right now and showing you how to do that. And he is doing like 10-minute workouts where it's like, for example, there's this fat burner ab workout. It's 10 minutes and you're literally dead afterwards. And then you can do it like twice if you really want to, but they're like really short, really
Yeah.
intense workouts. And I really like that because like, I don't know, you could either do it twice on a day, or you just like if you want to wakeboard or be on a boat or do something else all day, you can still squeeze that in. And I don't know, I feel like I actually maybe getting like this might be off topic for you, but for me I'm really interested in it. So like you have a strength and power kind of like. Strength is if you're like really able to do everything, like, or power is if you're able to push big weights, and strength is if you are able to actually use your muscles in a way to where you can, how do you explain that?
I don't know. This is good though because I have no clue. Like I mean I think I've got a grasp, but
So I feel like people with a lot of power, they can lift way more weight, and people with strength, they can do, I don't know how to, like they can control their muscles a lot better. You know,
okay.
like they like they can control their muscles, and I think I'm getting a lot uh like a lot stronger from the workouts I've been doing. Like I've been able to use my muscles. I've been able to control my muscles a lot more with the exercises he's been like kind of showing me. So it's fun. It's like it's just different workouts.
Yeah, and do you think it helps massively with the wakeboarding side of stuff?
Some stuff, yeah, for sure. There's like I think you need really strong legs for wakeboarding, and I do think you need like strong upper body for wakeboarding. So you can do workouts that help in that sense, which I do. I do like kind of combine it all, but I also just work out because I love working out, and I just really like it. So it's not only for wakeboarding.
Yeah, you're pretty shredded, aren't
But
you?
not really.
Yeah, you definitely.
No.
Anyway, yeah, I remember like this one time, like 2 years ago. I hadn't seen you in like a year, and you just came out. I think I was over at Corey's, and you just came out, and I was like, "What? Like, what happened there? Like, he's just got huge."
It was I don't know. Okay. So I moved to Orlando. You know, like we had Taco Bell across the street. I was pretty nice, and I just ate it all the time. And then I got injured. Like I blew my knee. And that was when I realized, all right, like I'm gonna have to take this serious. And I started rehabbing, and I started like liking the workouts I did at rehab, and I started like liking the workout. And then I guess from that moment on, I just kept working out, and I kept enjoying it. And even now, it's like I don't always enjoy it, obviously, but I'm still like I'm in that mindset where I'm like, shit, I didn't work out yesterday, so I probably
Good
need
to do it, isn't it?
today, or I need to do it twice today just to make up for that yesterday. I don't know. It's like. Because I've been in that flow for so long, it's kind of normal. It's a habit now.
Yeah.
I don't like it. So.
Yeah, I should really get on it. I mean, I do something every day, but like not. I rarely go to the gym.
In the end, I don't think it matters if you go to the gym or not. I just think you need exercise. And like if you skateboard, if you rollerblade, if you go for a run, if you go play tennis, it really doesn't matter what you do. I think you just like exercising is healthy, and
it's good for even your brain. Like people who are like, let's say at desks all day, but I mean, I think this is a well kind of established thing, but like, yeah, it takes it, having done that, even if you don't want to do it, like going to the gym and you're like a bit tired and then you do it and then you go back to your desk and you've like accomplished something and then you're more productive.
Yeah. Well, it makes it, working out or like doing an activity creates, what is it called? Endorphins? No, is it not?
Yeah, I think so.
Like, yes. So like you get naturally more happy just because you worked out, and it doesn't have to like mean anything. You just get those, like, and you just get more happy or more like.
Speaking of happiness, I was the other night, I was on like a Zoom call with all my friends from school, and we were just kind of catching up or whatever, and we were looking through everyone's old photos and stuff, and I was scrolling through my own Instagram, and I came across a video when you came to Ireland, and it was like you, me, and Paul Johnson in my parents' house. And I found the video, which is so against like what you do now, because obviously everything you do is so core. And then this, I don't know if you remember, we tied a rope to the back of my car, and we went on the grass onto it. We made like a little wooden rail.
Yes, at the house that's on the lake, right?
Yeah.
Did it in the backyard. Yes. Oh, I remember that. That was funny as hell.
I saw that the other day. Literally, I'll tag you in it later. I saw it and I burst out laughing.
Is it on your Insta?
Like, it's on my Instagram. It's still there. Like if you go way back to the beginning. So funny. It was the best video ever.
We put like a wooden pole in the ground or something.
Yeah, and we were spinning. That was the best thing. We were trying to do like
spinning.
And then the end of it is like you, me, and PJ, and it's like we're holding the selfie camera, like wakeboarding rocks or something like that. So bad. Oh, that's so funny. I saw that and I burst out laughing.
Yeah, please tag me in that because I have not seen that in the longest time. I do remember
actually. No, go on ahead. No, go on ahead.
So I do remember that I made a little edit of that trip, and I don't know, not too long ago. This might be a year ago. I watched it again, and I was like, that was a really, really fun trip. I think it was in Ireland for like 2 weeks.
Yeah. And tell me this. Do you remember what we called the toilets in Ireland?
The jacks. I was so mind blown by it. I remember so good. We were at this party, and I feel like there's a lot of stuff that happened that I just got mind blown by. Like at first it was this naggin. It was this little bottle of alcohol, and it was like a small one that you guys called it a naggin or whatever, and it was like the perfect size for one person or whatever. But whatever, saw that, and then I was at a party, and I think I asked you like, hey, where's the bathroom? And then you said something, oh, the Jack's. And I was like, what do you mean Jack's? And then you guys told me like, oh, the bathroom is called Jack's. You said, try it on anyone here.
I remember you walking around.
And I just walked around to people, hey, where's the Jack's? And they just pointed to the toilet. I'm like, are you kidding me? Is everyone into this conspiracy? Like, what's going on? That happened. And then something else. You guys told me that the first time you drink a Guinness, you have to down it.
Yeah.
Which I still believe is not true.
No, it's a tradition.
It is.
I think. I mean, we've always done. I mean, you don't do it the first time you ever drink it.
Yeah,
not
yeah,
like
the first time you ever drink it.
Yeah.
Well, I remember it being very difficult because it's a very heavy beer.
Most people don't like it.
No,
we were at 16.
We were 18 or 19.
Yeah, because I'd say we were even 20.
Could be we were 20.
Oh, maybe 19, actually, maybe 19. I'm not sure. I was trying to think because of the car we were on. Like, that's what, like, we towed it behind. I had a Volkswagen Passat diesel. And I think I didn't have that till I was like 19 or something. So
19.
Yeah, I'm going to go with 19, 20-ish.
We were old enough. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, old enough. But yeah, anyway, that was good memories. And actually, that's funny. I was just talking to my mum earlier today, and she was like, oh, say hello to Max. Say hello to Max. So
yeah, tell your mama say hi.
Yeah, well, she might listen to it. I know, yeah. It's been years, literally years.
Really nice.
But yeah, anyway, I won't keep you any longer. Thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, no worries.
Hopefully stay healthy.
They're filling up the boat right now, so I think we might go for a little boat cruise, which would be fun.
Very jealous, very jealous.
Sorry.
That's okay. I mean, listen, I've got my wakeboard here. I've got my wake surf over there, so I can just look at them.
Yeah, that's good. That's true. I'll put some Instagram stories up so you guys can see what we're doing a little bit. So.
Absolutely. Well, listen, thank you so much, Max, and we'll see you soon.
All right. Thank you for having me, and hopefully see you in real life soon.
Absolutely.